Hey there, folks. This is Coach Rich, Endurance Nation, and I'd like to introduce you to our brand new 4 Keys of Triathlon Training landing page. Okay, we changed the triathlon race execution game back in 2007 when when we debuted our 4 Keys of Triathlon race execution. Those 4 keys are execution, the line, the box, and the one thing. Okay, and now 10 years later, in 2017, I'm giving you these. Um, um, uh, 4 keys. Now, the original 4 keys were based on our observations of thousands of athletes crossing Ironman finish lines. And now, 10 years later, these 4 keys of triathlon training are the product of us witnessing, guiding, helping, coaching thousands of athletes since 2007. Okay? My 4 keys of triathlon training are: first key is work works. Okay? Your body is lazy. Your body is only adapted to doing the work that you ask it um, um, to do each week. So, and the expression of that adaptation is your fitness level. Meaning, at fitness level X, your body can produce work Y, which expresses itself in the real world as being able to ride your bike at this speed, or run at this pace for this long, or swim this fast. Okay. Your body's lazy. It only adapts to the workload that you place upon it. So the purpose of your training is to introduce your body to increasingly greater and greater workloads, work stresses. Your body adapts, it gets more fit, and the functional expression of that is the ability for you to go longer and or faster. Okay? So as an age group athlete, you have 3 primary variables across your training week to impart a training stress to make your body do more and more work, and it adapts. Those 3 variables are frequency, volume, and intensity. Okay, frequency for the age group athlete. Frequency is the number of swims you do each week, the number of bikes, the number of runs. Okay, for age group athletes, that frequency is very fixed. The pool is only open 3 days a week. That fits your schedule. You can ride 3 days a week, but 4 is not practical. And either your schedule or your body doesn't allow you to run more than 3, 4, 5, 6 days a week, whatever that is. Okay, so managing, trying to manage frequency as the variable that you impart greater and greater workloads is not practical for age group athletes. Okay, likewise, training volume. Okay, your training volume as an age group athlete is relatively flexible in the short term, but inflexible in the long term. Meaning, your life gives you a certain amount of training time, and you can manage your training volume inside that training time up to a point. But then, if you try to get outside that level, life pushes back. Okay, and that's actually a preview to my 3rd key. Okay, which leaves us with intensity. Intensity is a measurement of how hard or how easy you are swim, biking, and running in each individual workout. And given fixed frequency, relatively fixed volume, that leaves us with this final variable, intensity, which is infinitely variable within inside that fixed frequency and that fixed volume. Meaning, there are an infinite number of ways I can do a 3-hour ride. There are an infinite number of different intensity combinations that I can apply to that fixed Wednesday morning 1-hour run. Okay? My 2nd key, return on investment. As an age group athlete, your most precious commodity is time. Okay? Time to train. You also have constraints of money, headspace, spousal approval units, SAUs. Okay, my point is, you live and operate in a system of constraints, and you as a self-coached athlete, you are a time investment manager. We as coaches manage the time investments of our athletes. You as a self-coached athlete, you manage your own time investments. Return on investment then is about asking yourself, what do I get on race day specifically for each decision I make with regards to how to allocate the fixed resources in my life towards training: time, money, admin time, spousal approval units, etc. Before I go, before I make an hour and a half investment doing X on Thursday, what do I expect to get out of that on race day? Okay, and when you apply this a return on investment lens to all the things that you're doing in order to improve your performance on race day, some things become good ROI opportunities and others not so good. Okay, my third key is the box. I hinted on this in my first key. The box is your life gives you a box, and everything that encompasses the word training goes inside that box. And that box is a function of, or the dimensions of that box are your training time, the amount of mental currency you have to spend on the sport, the spousal approval units, the pushback that you may or may not be getting from your work life. All those create a box, and your training must fit inside that box. Any discussion of how to train must begin with a discussion of what are the dimensions, what is the size of that box. You put your training inside that box, and you have it fit within the constraints of that box as much as possible for as much of your season as possible. And then in very select and limited and high value times and opportunities, do you allow that stuff to maybe spill outside of the box a little bit. But what's very, very important for you as the age group athlete to understand is any discussion of how you should be training, if it doesn't begin with a discussion of of the size of your box, then it makes no sense for us to talk about what you should be putting inside that box training wise. Okay, a pro triathlete whose box is 30 hours big, what they put in their box is fundamentally different from what you put in your box, and your box is only 8, 9, 10 hours per week. Okay, and then finally, my fourth key is fun. The key for you to maintain a healthy balance in your endurance training life and to continue to improve season after season is to view this not so much as training, but as you have a commitment to living an endurance-based fitness lifestyle, and triathlon is simply the current expression of that endurance-based fitness lifestyle. Okay, and the way that you keep that fresh is if something sounds like fun, you do it. If it's not fun, you don't do it. Now, I understand that everything isn't always berries and gumdrops and unicorns, and the discipline, the hard work, the sacrifice, the suffering can be its own fun. But I highly recommend that in your triathlon training, you step back and have the bigger view that what I do from day to day is I'm committed to living an endurance-based fitness lifestyle. In the process, I'm building a vehicle for doing cool stuff. I put cool, fun stuff on the calendar. I train for it. I'm not so much training, I'm simply living my lifestyle. I take that vehicle and I do fun stuff with it, and that fun stuff currently is defined as triathlon. But then allow yourself to explore other opportunities outside of that box of triathlon. One of the things that I see that's a missed opportunity for Ironman athletes, long course triathletes, is you get so focused on building fitness for a race, one event, that you lose sight of the fact that in the process you're building a vehicle for doing cool stuff, and there's all this other cool stuff that you could be doing en route to your big race. Okay, I'm talking fun centuries, epic rides with your friends, epic trail runs, all these things that keep keep your endurance-based fitness lifestyle fresh, fun, engaging. If you adopt that perspective of your triathlon training, you're going to set yourself up for a long and successful and prosperous future. Okay, so my four keys are my 4 keys of triathlon training are, again, work works, return on invest. So work works. Your job is to impart greater and greater training loads to your body. Your body adapts, and the functional expression of that adaptation is increased fitness, which expresses itself as your ability to swim, bike, or run faster, longer, harder. Okay. Within that subset of work works, I just wanted to make the point that 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 the most appropriate variable for you, the age group athlete, to manage is the intensity of your workouts within fixed frequency and relatively fixed training volume. My second key, return on investment. You're analyzing every decision you make in the sport with regards to how I spend my time, money, mental currency, and spousal approval units with what am I getting out of this on race day? And is there a way to get the same or better returns by investing less or investing differently? Okay. My third key is the box. Your training has to fit inside the box that life gives you. And my fourth key is fun. View this all as as you are living an endurance-based fitness lifestyle. Triathlon is the current expression of that. Along the way, you are mindful that you're building a vehicle for doing cool stuff. You take that, you put cool stuff on the calendar, you take that fitness vehicle to it, you train for it, you execute it, and you have fun. Okay? Thanks so much, folks. We really enjoy giving you these big picture, wise and vet tips on what we feel is important in the sport, and we certainly appreciate your time and having this opportunity to teach you a little bit more. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye.